would say this a lot because the older people have laid the foundation, and the foundation is really, really amazing. The Nollywood industry will never have been what it is today without the impact, the excellence of projectors like this, great men like this. Thank you so much, thank you. And so we can always say thank you for the good foundation you laid for this industry. God bless you. The sweat that, in fact, most of them, thank you. They sweated a lot for us to fly on their wings. So we say thank you, and please, by extension, to every other person who has held the Nollywood industry over the years. We want to say thank you for a wonderful job you've done. And for the young people, when I have this kind of conversation, I say it with so much passion because I know we have a lot of gap in our industry that needs to be filled. And that is where you come in, that is where I come in, that's where every one of us comes in. And so I start my presentation today. Let's go to the next slide. And when you I'll tell you when to press the first button, then you go ahead. When you have anything to think about, when you have any content, any production to think about, the first question comes to mind. Can you press the button for the first question? And that is what to produce. What to produce is this always comes to mind, especially for people who have been in production all their lives. The question is, we've done this over and over again, and it feels like it becomes a bit more monotonous, it becomes a bit more routine. The question is, what do you want to produce? You want to produce content, movies, you want to produce series, you want to produce anything. It could be skits, it could be short form, it could be long form. The question about what to produce is always going to be a long-standing question. The next question, why do you want to produce? Why? Why do you want to produce whatever content you want to bring on board? And this question also borders on why the content, the importance of the content itself. Are you doing educative content? Are you doing entertainment, basically entertainment content? Are you trying to tell a story? Are you trying to, for people who are into documentary, for example, they are more about you're telling a story and you're also looking at the danger of that story. For example, I will use Erimo Jesha. I'm sure we all know that. I'll use that as an example. You want to do a documentary on that particular space. The question you ask yourself a lot of times is, why am I doing this? And the answer you always want to give is that you're documenting time for other people to learn about that space. But around that also, you want to see how much of import our world or our system in Nigeria is giving places like a cultural place, Oshogo Festival and the rest of them like that. How much of importance are we giving to these values, to these cultural elements, that when we document them, they become legacy content. They become things that people can watch in 20 years, in 30 years, in 50 years and learn something about them. Whether we like it or not, these are some of the things that we hold so dear to our hearts because they are part of our story, they are part of our history. And so if you want to delve into historical elements, for example, why are you doing it? Why produce that content? Who is going to consume it? Next button, please. How to produce. Now, I will not come here to tell you how to produce because you are expert in it. You are the gems when it comes to producing, when it comes to production. But here I am here to say that how to produce is also a developmental thing. We don't just produce because, okay, this is the way we've been doing it before. Before now, we used to use reel, tape and the rest of them. But the world has gone beyond that now. In fact, today, people are using phones, ordinary phones, to produce content. But the question again is, how much of quality are you going to get from the kind of production that you have? Leads us to the next question. When to produce? Is it the right time to produce this particular content? How much of impact is it going to have? Please, can you probably cut down on the volume? Thank you. Yeah. When to produce? If I produce this particular story this time around, how much of impact is it going to have? Are people going to jump on it? Is it going to be useful for the environment at the moment. For example,